Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. I'm going to be making today plantain tart, Jamaican plantain tart in my kitchen. Everybody been requesting this recipe and I'm going to make it for you today. So come on, let's get started. Okay guys, let's go over our ingredients and the things that you will need in order to make this Jamaican plantain tart, okay? First thing you're going to need is 3 cups of all-purpose flour. You're also going to need vanilla. You're also going to need food coloring, and this is a red food. You're going to need a half teaspoon of cinnamon powder, a half teaspoon of salt, and less than a half teaspoon of nutmeg. Just go light on the nutmeg. You're also going to need 3 tablespoons of butter, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 cup of granulated sugar, and the most important thing is the plantain. Now the plantain that I'm going to use to make my plantain tart, as you can see, it's really ripe. This is the way that I want it to be because the more spots you have on the plantain is the sweeter the plantain is going to be, and it's going to be perfect to make your plantain tart. Just like if you was going to make, I'm going to add a little bit of rum in mine. You could add any brand rum that you want to put. Again guys, this is optional. You don't have to put it in there, but if you wanted to have that nice little island flavor with a little boost to it, you could put this in there. Otherwise, if children is going to eat it, you don't want to put this in there, but I'm going to put this in mine. So, okay guys, I'm going to do the dough first, and when I get done doing my dough, I'm going to put it away in the refrigerator and let it sit for at least an hour and a half before I do anything else with it. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and add your baking powder in, and that's a half a teaspoon, 2 tablespoons of butter or margarine. So with my Zen Pro, I'm just going to go ahead and mix the butter and the flour together and the baking powder. So when it comes flaky like this is exactly how you want it to be, right? The next thing you're going to do is get your cold water. Do not use warm water. Make sure so your water is cold, like refrigerated cold. So you go ahead and mix that together. Now guys, I didn't add any salt to this mixture because already the butter already have salt in it. I don't want my dough to be salty because I'm going to add salt to the plantain tart mixture. Now guys, this is how your dough looks when you get done. You don't want the dough to be too hard. You want it to be soft like this. Just like so. It's pretty soft. I'm going to go ahead and put this dough into a plastic wrap, or if you don't have a plastic wrap, you put it into your Ziploc bag, and you just want to put it, do it like this, and that is it. You want to go ahead and put this in your refrigerator for about an hour and a half, and then we will move on to the next step. Okay guys, now we're moving to the next step. Here I have my plantains here, and all I did was peel it out of the skin and cut it up in little bite-sized pieces. You can either use a fork, I prefer to use a fork to do this, or a potato masher. So all I'm going to do is just use my fork and just get this mashed up. And this is how I want it to be when I get done mashing it. I don't want it to be overly mashed because remember you're going to cook it on the stove top. So let's move on to the next step. Okay guys, so now we are moving on to the next step. All I'm going to do here is go ahead and add my plantains in. Then I'm going to go ahead and put my butter in, and this is 1 tablespoon of butter or margarine, 1 cup of granulated sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder, and a pinch of nutmeg. So you put that in here. Add a teaspoon of vanilla, half a teaspoon of food coloring seed. I'm also going to add to that 1 1/4 cup of rum or coconut rum or any kind of a rum that you have. And again guys, this is optional. You want to go ahead and just mix this all together and let this come together. Okay guys, so this is what it should look like when everything is simmered and everything comes together. That's what it's supposed to look like. What I'm going to do, I'm going to shut the fire off and I'm going to let that cool, and then we'll move on to our next step. I have my dough here, and my dough has been sitting in my refrigerator for about an hour, hour and a half. All I'm going to do, I'm just going to take it out and put it on my clean surface here. Make sure that your hands are clean, guys. Clean hands. Okay? All I'm going to do is get a little bit of flour and sprinkle on top of here. I'm going to turn it on the other side and do the same thing. A little bit of flour. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get my clean rolling pin, put a little bit of flour on here. And all I'm going to do here, guys, is roll it out on here, make it nice and flat. I'm going to go ahead and just slice my dough just so I can make it a little easier. So we'll just go ahead and put these aside. And this is what we're working with. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll that out. Use. And all I'm going to do is just make my circle and take that off from around it. And there you have a nice circle right there. Okay? The next thing I'm going to do is get my plantain tart. And I'm just going to put a little bit right into the middle there. Then all I'm going to do is fold this over like so. Get my fork and seal the end. So we seal it up just like that. Make sure that your ends, guys, are nice and tight, just like so. Okay. And the next thing I have, guys, here, I have in this plate, I have a little bit of melted butter and a little bit of oil. I'm going to get my brush here, and all I'm going to do is just put it on top of my dough. Just like that. It's pretty easy. Really give it a nice, crispy, crunchy taste on it. Okay, guys, so I made up 4 for you guys. And all I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go ahead and get my fork and just make some holes in it just like that. And now, guys, if you have any cinnamon sugar, you could use this. Do this process. But if not, if you don't have it, then that's it. Just like so. That looks so. You want to go ahead and preheat your oven before you put this into your oven, okay? Make sure your oven is on, and make sure it's on at 350, and you're going to bake that for a full 20 minutes, and it should be done, okay? So I'll see you back when this thing is all done. Okay, guys, so the plantain tart has been baking for 20 minutes, and all I'm going to do now is get a little bit more of that melted butter, and that's mixed with a little bit of cooking oil, and I'm just going to put it on top of here, just kind of damp it a little bit. Alright, and that should be done. I'm gonna let it just sit and cool. I'm gonna let you guys see what it looks like on the inside as well. I'm gonna break it, and there you have it. Perfect. So there you have it, guys. Jamaican plantain tart in my kitchen. I hope you like it. Give this recipe a try and let me know how you like it. And as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy! going to let this cook for a good 30 minutes on medium heat. Cover it up nice and make it simmer. And when it's done simmer, a time we eat. So see you back in a few minutes.
So this is in with your foundation, full coverage, you know, like bam. And last but not least, the last thing I tend to go for in my makeup collection is this palette right here. Let me show you what this baby looks like. It has a whole bunch of concealers. I believe it's $10 for this palette.